Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Bruce here. Welcome to the big show. It's the travel cruise ship and travel show here with your buddy Bruce from Traveling with Bruce. I'm in Calgary tonight, Calgary, Alberta. Limited time only offer. Won't be here that much longer, but Calgary for now. Getting ready, gearing up for a big trip and coming back to Calgary for a little bit and then another big trip. And we're taking you with us. Cannot wait for all of this. I'll tell you all about it. We're gearing up and it's going to be fun. Welcome one, welcome all from around the world. Tonight, I want to ask you guys a question. I want you to help me out with a couple of things. Number one, do me the ultimate favor to help this channel get more promotion on YouTube. Hit that thumbs up button if you can. Let me know what number you are tonight. When you hit that button, tell me, Bruce, I'm thumbs up number 17 or 22 or whatever. I want to hit 100 tonight while I'm on the air, if that's possible. If you're watching on a rerun right now, you're watching the rerun of this show, please hit the thumbs up button as well, because it just keeps bringing more and more people into this channel. And by the way, this channel, I don't know what's going on, but the analytics have kicked in again. This channel is picking up steam right now. My number one video of all time that I made back in 2019 has lit up. This particular video, it's called the 10 most dangerous cruise ports for cruise ship passengers. I did this video back in 2019. It's had over 1.8 million views in its lifetime. By far, my most successful video I have ever done. I got to tell you, in the last 3 months, back in like February, say February, 5th, it got 70 views. February the 3rd, it got 24 views. February 14th had 132 views. February 22nd had 65 views. And then something happened. By March 6th, it had 120 views. March 13th, 101. March 22nd, 233 views. March 29th, it got 283 views. 373 views on April the 6th. April the 10th, 445 views. April 12th, 491. 4 days ago, April 14th, 707. April 15th, 819. This Saturday, 954 views of this video. What is that? And right now, it is running today at a pace of 1,150 views right now is what it's doing. It's running at this moment 75 views an hour right now while I'm talking to you. 75 views an hour. Now, if it could do that for 24 straight hours, and no video ever does, because you have daytime, nighttime, but 75 views an hour, that's like 2,000 views a day. That is stellar. This video, like I said, this video is doing 25, 30, 40. It usually does 20 to 50 views a day. That's what it does all the time, always. Not lately. This last month, it's been picking up, and it's just been coming and coming and coming. Amazing. So if you're here because of that video, because a number of people have become subscribers of my channel by watching, I thank you. Now, here is what I want you to do for me. There's two things I want to do today. Two things. One, give me a thumbs up and tell me what number you are. That's the first thing. Second thing now, tell me, if you would like to, tell me with all of your cruises that you've done over all the years you've been cruising, the worst cruise port you ever got to. The one that just scared you, disappointed you, you felt uncomfortable, you didn't like the vibe, whatever it was, the worst cruise port you've ever been to in all the years you've been cruising. Let us know right now. We're going to read all the comments. I am curious to know any of that info. I have some news for you tonight, which I'll get to in a few minutes, a little bit of cruise news. I want to welcome all of you here from around the world. I know that people watch me from, I'm in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. There's Canadians who are here. There are Americans, my core audience, my U.S., my wonderful American audience. I love my American friends. all of you in the Caribbean who watch me, those of you in Latin America, those of you in Europe. Oh my God, I've got Europeans watching me. Love this, as always, my folks down under in Australia, those in New Zealand, any of those folks, any of you folks watching me from Asia, welcome one, welcome all. And from wherever you are, the further away from me, even more exciting. I sometimes wonder, during a 24-hour period, I bet you I have people from around every time zone in the world watching one of my videos. It's amazing, and I do love you for that. We're going to be adding videos very shortly now to this channel, rather than just my live show every Monday night, because I'm hitting the road with Jennifer. Jennifer and I are hitting the road. We're going to do about a 2-month trip into Europe coming up here. We're going to be leaving Calgary in early May. We're heading to London, heading to the UK. There might be some more spots other than London. We're talking Edinburgh and what have you. Amsterdam is in play. We're definitely going to be in Amsterdam. There might be a little bit of Germany mixed in there. We're still working on that. And then we're going to end our last month in Europe in Switzerland. We're going to be doing a grand tour of Switzerland. And the camera on this phone will be going. The camera on Jennifer's phone will be going. The camera in the big ass iPad will be going. Oh, there will be video, and there will be shows. There will be live broadcasts on not only this channel, but also on my other channel, my stock market channel. Oh, I'm going to be busy over there. If you think I'm going over there to lie down on a lounger and get a tan, think again. No. We're rolling, baby. We're on the road now. We're making videos. Quite looking forward to this trip with great anticipation. We're now beginning to fill in the blanks of this trip now. Jennifer and I, we're now putting together sort of like a puzzle. We'll do that, and we can do that, we do that. Oh, I'm excited. I am pumped. We get back from Europe. We get back from Europe in the middle of July here in Calgary. We'll be here in Calgary for 6 weeks, all of the rest of July, all of August. And then September 1, we're on another airplane. We're heading to Singapore. Jennifer and I are heading to Singapore, Southeast Asia. First time ever. We're going to visit Bali. And we're also going to then head for a good month to Australia and New Zealand for a month. Those are 2 big segments coming up. And we got stuff to do there. So, are we going to be busy between now and the end of the year for sure. We get back here the end of November, very end of November. And within a week or so of getting back here, the plan is, the hope is, the dream is, cross our fingers, we're going to Palm Desert. We're heading to the desert. We'll be down there for Christmas and the wintertime, like last year, again this year. So there's a lot of scheming and planning and organizing being done here behind the scenes that we'll keep you, we'll let you see what the results are of all that coming up. But we are pumped up, and I can't wait to get this party started, folks. So make sure to keep in touch with us and keep around. Every Monday, we're going to try to do the live show here, the big show, from wherever we are. If I'm in London, we'll do the big show from London. If I'm in Amsterdam, we'll do it from Amsterdam. I'm in Gstaad, we'll do it from Gstaad. Wherever we are, Geneva and Lausanne and Bern, Switzerland, and the top of the world, and wherever it happens to be, we will be doing videos. So hang on. Hopefully I haven't bitten off too much that I can chew. We'll see see what's going on. Oh man, it's going to be something, I'll tell you. Now I need some advice. Again, you want to answer me now? You want to answer me later? Some advice I'm going to need. First of all, I have to find a way to be able to charge up my devices. I have to be able to charge up my phone, my computer, my laptop. I'm going to need, believe it or not, I'm going to need the electric plug-in for the UK. I'm going to need to be able to plug in there and be able to plug in my devices. Then I need to be able to plug in in Europe between the Netherlands and Germany. Then I need to be able to plug in into Switzerland, because apparently the Swiss electric system uses a different kind of plug than they use in Germany and in the Netherlands. I need that. So now I got to figure out where and how do I pick this off. Do you think it's going to be Amazon as my best friend on this one, or what? I would love to know your thoughts on what this YouTuber should be doing with regard to making sure he doesn't fry his electronics while on the road. You guys let me know. In the meantime, let's say hi to some folks who've popped in here. Ken Kareka is here. Hello, Bruce and Jen from Janet and Ken. The temperature in Saginaw, Michigan is 34 degrees with snow showers. Regular gas is now $3.83 a gallon. Janet on her iPad was number 2. Ken is number 3. Thumbs ups on this show. Thank you guys, as always, for being here every week. Love getting your emails, and I know you send me greeting cards from time to time. I got this one a few weeks ago. I haven't even checked my mailbox lately. I gotta go check again. I'm always getting stuff in the mail from some of you folks. Thank you all so much for being here. Tom Henry, the 7 p.m. show has exited the theater and is entering the 8 o'clock show. Here they come, my sponsor members. You can tell my sponsor members, they have a little logo beside their name, a little avatar. Tom is one of them. Nathan is here. Hey, buddy, number 4, unless my phone is lying to me. Tom, hi, everybody. Nathan, as long as it's a Samsung, Apple likes to keep it on the down low. Kirk, hi, Bruce and TB family. Kirk from the Big Apple is in the house. Tim Bowman, I am here from the other side. It's cold, wet, and dreary in Seattle, Bruce. But Alaska Airlines has removed the masking requirement on their planes and in the terminal as of tonight. Rocky, hi, everybody. I'm thumbs up number 9. Sharon, hi, Bruce, and all. Long time no see. Thumbs up number 12. Thank you guys so much. Tom Henry, Tim Bowman. I guess they took the judge's ruling seriously. Wonder how soon the others will follow. We fly Breeze Air to New Orleans on May the 8th. Nathan, wait, maybe number 5. I don't know. Hope all is well with everyone. Sponsor member show was great as always. The high of 58 here in Asheville. It's rainy. Gas between 409 down to 345. Yeah, I know it's crazy. Tom, hi there, Sharon. No Mets game tonight. Kareem, number 13. Let's go. Welcome, Kareem, to the show. Nice to see you, pal. Stephen is here. Stephen Butler, number 13 from sunny Arkansas. 60 degrees. Gas is $3.69 a gallon, getting cheaper. Kevin Chapman, greeting from in front of the Roaring Fire in central New Jersey, where it's cold and damp tonight. Welcome. The author, Kevin Chapman, is in the house. Nathan, Tom Henry, yes, I got a Samsung. Kirk, number 16, that's me, buddy. Right on, man. Jeannie, hello, Bruce and Tina Beers. Bill and Jeannie are here for the big show from East Tennessee. Second Pfizer boosted, and we're ready to cruise. Way to go, you guys. That is great news. John Anderson. Hi, everybody. I am here. Welcome, John Anderson. Amicus, number 17. Sorry, been gone for a little bit. Been busy with schoolwork. Welcome back, my friend. Tom Henry. Kevin Chapman. Hi, my favorite author. When will the next book be ready? Hey, Tom, look for the next book this summer. Ms. M. Hello, Bruce. How are you? Oh, busy as can be. Welcome, dear. Hi, Brucey. Hope all is well from Bullcraft Masks. I love your content as always, and glad everything is well now that you are back in Canada. Ms. M. And thumbs up number 25, by the way, just so you know. Eddie, Albert, hi, Bruce, and Jen. Hope you're having a good time. Jeff, number 21 from Australia today. Thank you, Jeff. Amicus, let's go. Amicus, congrats, Bruce. Eddie, Albert, hope you and Jen are doing great. Ms. M, good for all the views on your video. I remember watching it. Kate, hi, Bruce and Tito B Game. What does everyone think of the mask mandate being dropped for traveling in the USA? John, undisclosed, I won't say. Eddie Albert, 34 thumbs up right now. Dominica was not good. We didn't like Dominica. Number 32, I didn't like Dominica either, says Steve B. Didn't like it. Nathan, Nassau, man. Nassau. Did not like Nassau coming off the ship in Nassau. Sharon, my least favorite port, Dominica. There really wasn't much to do there, and the beach where we had our snorkeling tour was all rocks. Not a fun place to spend the day. Sarah Brown, 25 thumbs up is my number. Thank you, Sarah. Eddie, when you do leave, Scotland is a must. Love it there. Take the train from London to Edinburgh. That is on our short list absolutely right now. Tom, Cartagena is my choice for the worst due to the in-your-face local street vendors. How about that? SK To Singapore. Oh, you go to Singapore. Ann Rogers. Hi, Bruce. Number 13 and 21. And Brent from Ancaster, Ontario. Started snowing this afternoon and still yuck. Cruiseport, St. Lucia, the worst. St. Lucia was the worst. Karen Tihan, hi from Kilder, Illinois. Karen, welcome. I'm number 32, thumbs up. It's snowing here today. I just filled up my car and paid $4.19 a gallon. Kingston, Jamaica was my worst port of call. I did not feel safe. I have heard this before. There haven't been many cruises to Kingston in the last few years for exactly that reason. Exactly. Sarah, 25 thumbs up. Looking forward to seeing your videos from the UK and Europe. Trypan, and also Asia. Can't wait to deliver them. SK, I lived in Singapore the first 33 years of my life. I am really jacked about Singapore. Yeah, we are really, I'm selling Jen as hard as I can. Really looking forward to Singapore. This is going to be an easy sell for Jen. It's going to be easy. Jeannie, the worst cruise port was Nassau in March 2020. I got off the Mariner of the Seas and walked a loop, took a few pics, and back on the ship as quick as I could. Didn't want anyone to think, Jeannie, I hear you there. You are not alone. It is the one. Robert, hi Bruce. I'm number 14 from a balmy Boston tonight. Worst cruise port, Casa Mayar, Mexico. So artificial with souvenir shops, but it was safe, but it was kind of, Jeff, I am number 40, thumbs ups. Jeff, thank you for being here tonight. Jeff Gunter. Ken, Puerto Plata in the Dominican Republic in the early 80s. Oh, bad. Eddie, Amazon sells multiple adapters. Start shopping now. There you go. Tom Henry, traveling with Bruce. I have a 3 outlet plus 2 USB converter that has multiple ends for the plug-in UK, EU, USA, and Australia. Interesting stuff. Ms. M, I got a variety of plugs for different countries from London Drugs. And of course, they have electronics as well. And this is something I might look up. I might actually pop in to a London Drugs here. We have them here in Calgary. Cheap, good pricing, not overpriced. And that might be worth a look as well, right in person. We'll see. Patrick Bagnall, I'm thumbs up number 5. Tim Bowman for the plugs. Just get simple adapters for your American chargers. They'll all run on a 220 found in much of the rest of the world. SLG Nets. Sharon, I'm still going to mask up just because it's not mandatory. Doesn't mean it's not the best practice. I got too much to do this summer. I have to shut down for COVID. I don't want any part of this. Brittany, hi, Bruce and all. Hello, Mrs. Brittany Anderson. Munimo, number 44, thumbs up, buddy. I'm number 44 for you. Thank you, Munimo. As always, you are so loyal to this channel. I love you, buddy. Brittany, I'm like number 44, maybe 45, something like that. She's right in there. Louise, my back-to-back cruise is on. Now I need to learn how to use my phone to get ready. Oh, Louise, yes, you do. Sharon, number 46, thumbs up. We got 54 to go, Bruce. You're already at 46. This is awesome stuff. Lee Shearer, number 20, Boca Raton, Florida, reporting in for duty. It's $4.14 a gallon. Enjoy Singapore. Really hot and humid there. Robert, when in England, definitely visit Bath. Yes, I've done Bath. Jennifer and I had the pleasure, the absolute luxury with Jennifer Jr. Our daughter was 12 at the time. This was 1999. We were in Bath for, I think, 9 days or 10 days in a bed and breakfast in a what once was a huge mansion, which was now a home with 3 or 4 levels, bed and breakfast, absolutely superb. The husband and wife that ran it were fabulous. This is 23 years ago. Absolutely so enjoyable. We extended our stay a couple of extra nights, and we loved it. It was fabulous, and we used Bath as a point to travel out from. We had a Peugeot station wagon. I wonder whatever happened to that thing. And we drove we went all over the place from Bath. We really utilized that. That was fun. Brittany, my husband and I have a trip upcoming this week. This time staying in state. My husband and I are going to his grandmother's house for a few days. Brittany, enjoy that drive. It's going to be great. Pete Hoskins is in the house. Hi, Bruce and all, from a warm Tuesday morning here in Sydney, Australia. I'm looking forward. I think I'm going to have a meet and greet in Sydney, Australia. I'm going to have to organize a meet and greet there. That should be fun. Maybe do one in Singapore too. Wouldn't that be fun? Karen, how is Jen going to navigate with her bad hip? I had mine replaced in 2022 December, and it is life changing. She would enjoy your travel so much more with a good hip. Just saying. Oh, you are so right. But Karen, I will tell you, the good news is that Jen is mobile, which is generally very good. But there are days where she's much better than others. But here's part of the plan already. When in London, we're going to be in London for at least a week, maybe 10 days. We're not quite sure yet. We're still plotting this exact timing, the timing of Edinburgh, anything else. But we're arranging for a motorized scooter. Jen loves those. She loves those motorized scooters with the cushy seat and the handrails, the armrests, and then the thing. We're going to have a motorized scooter for London, so that will extend our days out, our outings. We are very much looking forward to that. We are still plotting exactly where to go, what to see, how to see it, where to see it, all that sort of stuff. But nothing's going to stop this trip. It's going to happen. We'll rent a scooter in Amsterdam if necessary. We'll grab one of those. And then there's Switzerland. Now, the Switzerland thing is still being discussed and plotted. We do know that we could theoretically rent a vehicle for the entire grand tour of Switzerland. But we could also do the train thing. And I am leaning towards the train thing simply because of the extent of the trip. And it's not going to be like run to the station, go on a train ride and run around. No, this is going to be get to point A, stop for 2 nights. Get to point B, stop for 3 nights. Do the point D or whatever. Eventually take the Glacier Express train. Spend a couple nights. Then it's going to be very laid back. It is not a rush tour. It's a 1-month tour. We're going to see it at our leisure. The last week of our trip in Switzerland will include our daughter. She is flying over from Calgary to Zurich direct, and will spend a week with us. We're going to take her to the top of the world in Switzerland for cable car rides and some train ride to the top of Jungfrau, I think it's called. And we're going to spend the last week with her, and she will help me and Jennifer and I to get through that. And then we're flying home together. We're flying back together from Zurich to Calgary as a trio. And so really we are pumped up and jacked up about this whole summer trip. This is going to be something else. Anyway, lots of logistics. Jeannie, we have the same charging gear as Tom Henry, she said. Suzanne Morrow, please give me some advice for traveling from San Francisco Airport to Carnival Cruise Port. Thank you. Is this in San Francisco? Or are you talking about going from San Francisco to Miami? What are you telling us? What are you asking us? Brittany, my husband and I, where's this message? Hang on a second. Where is that? My husband and I saw gas prices $3.71 a gallon yesterday, says Brittany. Thank you for that info. Pete, the P&O Pacific Explorer came into Sydney and has docked at the Overseas Passenger Terminal. First cruise to B&E is the end of the month. It's been a while, 2 years, no cruise ships in Australia. Pete, a meet and greet will be fine, mate. We can have a coffee. We can think Australia, Sydney, Australia for a meet and greet would be pretty cool. We'll see how many people want to show up for that. The Steaming Bean is in the house. When in Amsterdam, head over to the Bob Marley coffee shop. Tom Henry, we have an Airhawk Power wheelchair for Cindy. Not overly expensive and a great way to travel through the airport's gate. Check the chair and they bring it out at the next airport. Handy dandy or what? Sharon, we're in Switzerland with the kids in 2007. The trains were great. Yes, we are interested. We are curious with it. Tom, hi, Steaming Bean. How is the diet plan going? I have not seen any posts lately. Pete, cruising is back in the news here. All commercial TV ran the story of the Pacific Explorer and had cruise officials talking up return to pre-COVID operations by late this year, early 2023. Ramping back up in Australia. Sandy Robinson is here. Hi, Bruce and TW family from Medicine Hat, Alberta. It's 10 degrees Celsius, 50 Fahrenheit, overcast. I hope everyone had a great Easter weekend. Good to hear about your holiday plans. Thank you, Sandy. We can't wait. Suzanne, traveling San Francisco to Alaska. So you need to get to the Carnival port in Frisco to then take a trip to Alaska. There's what I'm talking about. Susan, if no one here gives you advice while I'm talking to you, my advice to you is check out YouTube. Just go to YouTube and enter San Francisco Carnival Cruise Port. You will likely find someone who's traveled before, done a video that started in Frisco, and they grabbed the ship from there to Alaska. You may find some info all about that. Otherwise, it's likely you're going to need to do a Google search on this info, but I don't think it's going to be too hard to dig this up. Eddie, Marble Arch is a great area in London. The tube is very convenient. The 125-mile-an-hour train will take you to Liverpool and up to Edinburgh. The Brit Rail Pass is what we used a long time ago. These are really good tips. Steaming Bean, hi Tom. I've been pretty much the same weight for months now. Kevin, Grenada was not much fun. Touristy and crowded downtown near the ships. Should have stayed aboard the ship. Let me know, folks. Tell me your worst ever cruise port experience of all the cruises you've ever taken. What is the worst cruise port? Because my number one video of all time on my channel is lighting up right now. The 10 worst cruise ports. Let me know, folks. Stephen, will you take a Kevin Chapman book with you on the flight to Europe to read on the plane or reread? I think it would be a good idea. I think that what Jen does is Jen reads the books on her iPad, and that's how we do it. I don't read on airplanes. I'm more of a visual kind of guy. I'm not much of a reader. I'm probably going to be sleeping as well. I'm so exhausted. I got to get rest here. Louise, my cruises will be more expensive than I thought last week, but I am still going and will have it all. I'm going to have it all. Way to go, Louise. Steamer, I'm not worried as my weight has been stable now. Tim, United Airlines has also dropped the masking requirement. They're all doing it. Sharon says 51 thumbs ups. We're halfway there. Bruce, you got 51 thumbs ups. If any of you out there can give me a thumbs up tonight, let me know what number you are when you hit that thumbs up button. Also, those of you watching on the rerun, send me an email later. Tell me, or just send me a message on this video. What thumbs up button were you? Because people tell me all week long, I watched your show on Monday. I'm thumbs up number 144. I can't believe how many thumbs ups come in after this show is over. It's incredible. Thank you, everybody, for these thumbs up. Steamer folks in San Francisco, cringing when Bruce calls it Frisco. They're cringing. Thanks for making me say that there, Steamer. All right, let me get to some news of the day today. Some cruise news, travel news. Let me see what I got here. A little bit of a tidbit here. Our friend Tom Henry, who's here tonight, he had his cruise canceled on the Norwegian Escape a few weeks ago. It is repaired finally. This ship is finally back in business, and it ran aground back on March 14th. It starts cruising, I think, this weekend. Finally, it's been a while. It's been a while. Stephen is here. Stephen's here. Good evening, Bruce. We're down. We've done 18 Caribbean cruises and one to Alaska, and knock on wood, we never had a bad port experience. Thank God for that. Redmond, I'm number 54, buddy. I'm there for you. Number 54. Steamer, I'm number 49. Thank you, buddy. Kevin, 55. Thumbs up for Mr. Kevin Chapman, the author himself. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate this. Viking Ocean Cruises news from Viking Ocean Cruises. They are going to take delivery of 3 more ships during 2023, this year, next year. The Viking Mars, the Viking Neptune, and the Viking Saturn. Those 3 ships are all going to be 945 passenger ships. They are all 790 feet long. They all have identical onboard amenities to all the other ships already out there. This is ship's number, I believe this is ship number 8, 9, and 10 for the ocean liner division. Now we find out that 2 additional ships are coming up. Number 11 and 12 haven't been named yet. There's going to be changes. Ship 11 and 12, each will be 11 meters longer. So that's about 35 feet longer. These are going to be 825, 30-foot long ships. They're going to be running and be powered by liquid hydrogen and fuel cells. This is a huge change. Liquid hydrogen and fuel cells, and each ship will have approximately 25 additional cabins on the ship. So that makes them another 40 to 50 passengers. So just under 1,000 passengers will be the total capacity, they say, so far on Viking. Now, it sounds to me like these ships will be sailing probably in 2024, from where I'm guessing at right now. But we're finding out right now, April 2022, that ships 11 and 12 for Viking Ocean Cruises are coming out longer and on powered by liquid hydrogen and fuel cells. Very interesting developments. There'll be a lot more news coming out as the months go by. We'll keep you posted on that. That's news from Viking. Australia, you already heard it here from my friends down under. P&O, the first ship in was a P&O ship into Sydney Harbor. They had the spray going. They had the big welcoming ceremony. It's back. Cruising is back in Australia after 2-year hiatus. We expect New Zealand to open soon. Princess, news out of Princess, the Sapphire Princess, which I have been on with Jennifer. We were on that ship for a Mexican cruise out of Los Angeles back in about 2013 or so. They've canceled all their cruises, all sailings canceled until restart of September the 24th. No sailings on the Sapphire Princess. This is just a surprise announcement. No sailings until September 24th. So there must be something going on that ship that they've discovered, or they've determined that bookings just weren't good enough. The sailings weren't good enough. The amenities weren't good enough, and they've decided to do a major upgrade. I'm assuming it's going in for dry dock work. This is April. We're talking May, June, July, August, September. 5 months, no sailings on the Sapphire Princess. There is something going on here, and I don't know what it is, but we'll find out eventually. Interesting stuff. Steamer, the last big B doesn't say San Fran. I see. Eddie, Crystal's going to auction the ship contents next month in Florida. They need money to pay passengers and past due bills, which tells me those ships might be headed for scrap if they're auctioning off. Maybe they're auctioning off the nice amenities, and then they're going to sell the ship as a stripped down version. Maybe they can't find a buyer as it is. They can't find buyers for the ships. They can't find anyone to take over the Crystal line. They're going to strip it down. It's a sad ending. Sandy, my worst cruise port was Martinique on a very rainy day at lunchtime. It was very difficult to walk on the sidewalks due to store staff crowding the doorways. What's that all about? That's kind of weird. Just trying to think about our worst cruise experience on a port. Trying to remember if there ever was one for Jennifer and I. We've done Mexican cruises 3 times. We've done Mazatlan, Cabo, and Puerto Vallarta. And I have to admit that I never get off the ship at Cabo because I don't want to tender onto shore. It's too, I just want to stay on the ship. I just love the fact that everybody gets off, and I got the sauna to myself, the steam room to myself. Oh, it's wonderful. So I don't get off the ship. We've done the Mazatlan a few times, 3 times. Jennifer and I have done Mazatlan, and we loved it every time. We have our own routine in Mazatlan where we get off the ship, we grab a bus, and we get taken into downtown. And the few times we were there, we were able to walk from downtown Mazatlan to the old 1933 built Best Western skyscraper hotel right on the shore. I think it's about 14 stories high, 15 stories high. And you take the elevator to the penthouse to the top level, and that's a bar up there. You order a drink, margarita, whatever you want, and then you go up the steps to the rooftop of this hotel where there's a swimming pool and a cabana area and seats, and you sit down up there. The bartender brings you your drinks, gives you the internet code, and you can say hi to your family and friends back wherever you want from the top of the Best Western Hotel in downtown Mazatlan with a 360-degree view from the rooftop of this hotel. Beautiful. I've loved it each and every time we've done it. It's just been a treat for us. And whenever we go to Port Vallarta, we don't even leave the port really. We get off the ship, we walk across the street. There's a shopping mall there. There's a Starbucks there. And we just walk around the mall, stretch our legs a little bit, do some window shopping, grab a latte at the Starbucks, try to use their internet, which is always overloaded, and we give up. And then we might go into the Walmart next door just for fun. I might buy a 12-pack of Coca-Cola Light, which is Diet Coke. And those are the days you could bring back a case of cola and bring it back to the ship. And then call it a day, head for the spa and enjoy the spa features as the ship is deserted, and love it. And that's what I do. And we really have never had a bad experience during those trips. The trips we've had, we did Oco Rios once, and we got off the ship on the Norwegian Epic. We walked to the end of the pier, and there was a stand there selling Red Stripe Jamaica beer and cola, whatever. So I'd buy a Diet Coke. Jen would buy a Red Stripe, and they would give us the internet code, and we would sit under an umbrella at the end of the pier. The ship is over here, and the bay is over there, and Oco Rios is behind the fences way back there, and we're not going there. And we're having a lovely time, just enjoying a beverage out on dry land. And we finished that after about an hour and a half, and we walk our way back to the ship. And back on the ship we go with all the amenities. That was our worst cruise port, which was fine, absolutely fine, because we never entered Oco Rios. We weren't going to do that. Tom, good night. All headed to bed. You take care, Tom. Steamer, I would like to visit Baja California. There you go. That would be a neat drive, Steamer, because I'll tell you, I've watched, if you ever watch Kara and Nate on the internet, you got to watch their channel. I don't know if you do or not, Steamer, but watch Kara and Nate, Kara and Nate, Kara and Nate. They just did a Baja tour with their van, their Sprinter van, and it's fantastic viewing. There must be 7 or 8 videos that they put together, or maybe 5 or 6. Very good. Very good. I think you'll enjoy them. Dan, the man slots. Dan, the man slots. How you doing? MSC Yacht Club or NCL Haven or RCCL Genie, in what order and why? How you doing, man? Haven't seen you in forever. I hope you're taking care of yourself and you're healthy. Great to have you here, pal. One of our favorite YouTubers, Dan, the man. And MSC Yacht Club, and Norwegian Haven or Royal Caribbean Genie, in what order and why? Folks, which of those 3 would you recommend, 1, 2, and 3, for quality, service, being pampered to death? Which one would you like? Would be great, good to know. Matt, go on. How you doing, Matt? My wife and I are so excited to return to cruising. Our last cruise was December 2019 aboard the Norwegian Joy. We are booked for Alaska on board the Royal Caribbean Serenade of the Seas for June 2022. I can imagine you are jacked up. I can imagine why. Don't blame me, Steamer. Are you still chugging back the caffeine-free Diet Cola? Yes, sir. Still got the caffeine-free. It looks like a Guinness, doesn't it, with that little thing on there? It's a pale imitation of a Guinness. Caffeine-free Diet Coke. Yes, sir. I'm enjoying it very much. Russell says, hello, Dan the Man Slots. Doing well, my friend. It's so good to hear from you, pal. Stephen Butler, the Crystal Cruises auction looks to be casino gear, office equipment and furnishings, not the actual ships yet. It looks like it is initially other property that Crystal Cruises owns. So it's the breakup of the line. It's all over. The ships are going to have to be auctioned off, if they can be auctioned off. I just wonder, oh, that's a sad ending because of the Genting debacle in Hong Kong. The whole thing collapsed over there, which is too bad. Yeah, and Crystal was one of the lines, and nobody bought it. Nobody bought the Crystal Cruise Line after all the years of loyal clientele. It's all over. It's all over. Sharon, Bruce, you've got 60 thumbs ups now. You only need 40 more to hit 100 on this show tonight. Man, guys, thank you all so much for this. We are, as I was saying earlier, Jennifer and I, we're getting ready for our first big trip in a long, long time. We did a trip last winter, but it was just to Palm Springs, Palm Desert. We hung out there in a couple of condos through the winter months. And we're in a friend's house right now, just babysitting the house as we're getting ready to head to Europe. Our big first trip. Haven't been to Europe for quite a while. Can't wait to get back. And we're looking forward to this trip where we're going to visit London. We're going to find food in London. We're going to visit and look for food in London. We're going to see the National Museum, other spots. I'm looking to do a Beatles tour. I want to do a Beatles tour. Haven't quite decided how I'm going to put it together yet, but I do want to see a couple specific spots in London for the Beatles tour. Of course, Abbey Road, the walking across the street, that's one, right outside Abbey Road Studios, and number 3 Savile Row, where the Beatles played on the rooftop to end their tour, to end their playing days together. I want to see that place. And then we'll just see what else happens. But it's going to be food. I am looking forward to visiting some food places in London, and also to show viewers out there what it's like to be in London now. Let's call it, hopefully, post-COVID, although it's still around. But also from the angle of a couple that's 66 years of age. We're going to be 60. We're 66 now, and Jen is going to be on a scooter, motorized scooter, and we're going to show off what it's like to be in Europe and to be in London, particularly with these kinds of scenarios. I think it's still going to work out. I'm pretty optimistic. Lots to cover. Whether we make it to Liverpool or not, that might be a day trip. That might be a one-nighter. Liverpool. And then Edinburgh, maybe a swing there and back. There might be that. We are still scheming this out, and we'll keep you posted when we know more. We're also looking to do Amsterdam for 4 or 5 days for sure, the Netherlands, and then a little bit of Germany might be thrown in there. We're still plotting that. And then Switzerland for a month, a grand tour of Switzerland from places like Zurich to San Moritz, to Zermatt, to Geneva, to Lausanne, perhaps to Bern, and back to Zurich, and then the top of the world. We're looking to do that the last week. We're there. We have places to go, places to see, Switzerland to enjoy, and I'm really looking forward to this. Hoping to bring back to you, or be able to broadcast to you some videos, a live show or two, but also videos of those trips. Lots to cover, lots of camera work to do. Amicus, the Shmia World Tour. There it is. The house even has a lamp. Oh, man. Redmond, when you fly to Europe, do you fly business class? No, we don't think that's going to happen. I would love to fly at least premium economy. But we're not sure if that's going to fly or not. We're still pricing it out, but it might be just economy. But to Singapore, we are looking at premium economy. Singapore to Sydney, Sydney to Singapore, Singapore back to North America. Yeah, we're looking premium economy. Sharon, see if you can get tickets in London for 6, the musical. It is a lot of fun. That's something else we got to look into for sure. Options Nomads, number 64. Good evening, Uncle Bruce. Welcome you guys to the show tonight. I'm so glad you're all here. It's great that you could pop by, all of you, to see us and just pop by and say hi. Welcome one and all. Thank you for these thumbs ups tonight, everybody. Do Tower of London for sure. There's another one. Sylvia is here. I'm number 61. Bruce, welcome. Welcome, Sylvia, to the show. Karen, and see any theater in London. Fortnum and Mason for tea. Best smoked salmon ever. We're also looking to go into Harrods. I want to go into Harrods. 7 floors of Harrods? And I would like to eat in a restaurant in Harrods. And I'm not talking about the cheap one. We were in Harrods in 1999, Jennifer and I, and Jennifer Jr. And we had been walking around for a bit, and we were getting hungry. And we ended up looking at. We came to a restaurant and they had the menu outside, and we were looking at the prices. And Jennifer and I are looking at each other, going, "Gulp." Like, I don't think so. That's not going to happen. And so we ended up taking Jennifer Jr. We ended up, I can't remember quite how it worked out, but I think we ended up at a Burger King. And Jennifer Jr. was as happy as a clam. She was happy having a burger and fries. And I was happy having a burger and fries. And the wallet was happy. Back in 99, we were broke when we were there the first time. Oh, it was on the cheap. They have tea in Harrods, but not as good as Fortnum. Okay, Karen, thank you. This is good info. Eddie, go to Windsor and see the Queen's home now. There you go. We went to see, when we were there in 99, we saw King Henry VIII's Hampton Court. We made a day of that. That was a good 4-hour excursion. Really enjoyed that with Jennifer Jr. That was cool. Really cool. Jennifer and I and Jennifer Jr., we got a full day of enjoyment out of that one. Still fondly remember Hampton Court for the day. Stephen, Royal Botanic Gardens Kew was one of my wife's favorite things in London. Interesting. Eddie, go to Soho in London. Interesting place. So we hear. Yeah, so I hear. We're thinking about the Borough Market. I'm thinking about that for food, the food aspect. The Borough Market in East London, all kinds of food places there. That will be a fun day as well. We've got sights to see, things to do for sure. Very much looking forward to it. John, the basement at Harrods is fun. Lots of beer. There you go. I've got to explore that whole building. I got work to do. I have so much work to do there. Sylvia, I'll have to go back and listen to you when you plan on going to England. Yes, early May until mid-July, 2 months for Europe. It's going to be the UK for the first about 10 days, 2 weeks, then Amsterdam for almost a week, then a little bit of Germany, which we haven't figured out yet, and then Switzerland. So yeah, we're gearing up here for a big one. When me and the missus were in London in 2017, we did a haunted London tour. Oh my. Not sure if we're going to do that or not. We'll see. We'll see how we feel. How much energy do we have? How much battery power that's a motorized scooter has for Jennifer, because we got her on wheels, and we're going to make sure she gets in as much as we can, and I'll try to keep up with her. That should be a ton of fun, and we're gearing up for this one. We're really gearing up for it. Guys, thank you so much for all of you being here already. This is so good. We've had here 66 thumbs ups. If any of you are able to give us a thumbs up, let us know what thumbs up number you are. We're trying to hit as close to 100 as we can tonight. And I really appreciate 66 already with 60 of you watching. This is beautiful. Sylvia, early May, that's in a few weeks. You and Jen have a good time. That's true, my dear. We'll be here for a few more weeks, and then we're out of here by mid-May. We'll be in London, and it will begin. It's going to be something. Why is Jen in a scooter? Hope she's okay. Well, Eddie, Jen is been dealing with a hip issue for years and years and years, but in the last year and a half, it's really kicked in much worse, and she's in the queue. She's now in the system here for a hip replacement surgery here in Alberta, but because of course COVID and everything shut down, there was already a 1-year waiting list before COVID even started. I suspect we're into a 1.5 year waiting list now, maybe longer. But she has begun now her journey through the hip replacement system, and so we're gonna get her a motorized scooter, which she loves driving. She doesn't mind the motorized scooter at Costco because the basket is nice and big and she can handle all that. But she got to drive a motorized scooter in Phoenix at the Scottsdale Fashion Mall. If you ever go there and you need a scooter, They will let you use one for no charge, electric scooter. These things are quick. Jen loved this thing. Padded, cushy seat with armrests, really comfortable. Adjustable height adjustment that she loved because of she's got shorter legs. And then the handlebars. Oh, she loved. We'll be getting one of those in London for sure. So she'll be mobile, and we'll be able to do the museum tours. We'll be able to do the down, in town going around. Yeah, we're going to be good. When in England, yell freedom like William Wallace. Eddie, we are thinking of her. No problem, Eddie. She's fine. We are jazzed. We're jazzed to go. Matt, thumbs up, number 65. Thank you, Matt, so much for that. These thumbs ups help a lot. Why do I envision Jen being very scary at the controls of a scooter? She loves to ramp them up. Amicus, when Jennifer hits 88 miles an hour, you're going to see some serious shmia. Yeah, that's right. Some serious shmia when that baby hits 88 miles an hour. The scooter with a flux capacitor. Oh my gosh. Cheers to all of you from around the world who are joining us tonight. We've been asking two things of you this evening. If you're able to, one, hit that thumbs up button, tell us what number you are. And two, tell us the worst cruise port you've ever been to. The worst cruise port you ever set your sights on. How long did you last? What happened? Anything like that. We'd love to get that info. I have on this channel, Traveling with Bruce. This channel has been lighting up the last couple of weeks. And in the last little while, for whatever reason, my video of the 10 worst cruise ports that I did a few years ago, it has lit up. This video has lit up, and it's now pushing 2,000 views a day, or close to it. It's definitely over 1,100. Anyway, it's really picked up. It was doing 50, 60 views a day a month or two ago. All of a sudden, it's now pushing 1,000. Now it's pushing 1,300, and the channel is actually over 2,000 views a day. It's really pushed up the channel all of a sudden. It's really amazing. So I thought today I would ask you, what cruise port did you not like when you went on a cruise? And would love to hear that. Sylvia did not like Belize. We've heard tonight that Dominican Republic came up a number of times. Grenada came up. The Nassau, Bahamas keeps coming up again and again and again. Kingston, Jamaica. Yeah, I can imagine Kingston, Jamaica would not have been a fun port of call. I don't know of a single cruise ship that goes to Kingston, Jamaica now. I don't know of a single one. Rocky, worst port, Ensenada, Mexico, so that our cruise from Hawaii to LA could touch foreign soil. Our best photo there was of the cranes near the container ships because the sunset sky was spectacular. Yeah, not Dominican Republic, Dominica. Sharon is saying Dominica for us. Interesting. Ms. M. Bruce, you might want to make an update. Top worst cruise ports for more viewers. There's that too. Have to look into that, but I'll tell you, yeah, I've been to Ensenada. We did a cruise out of Los Angeles to go to Mexico, and for whatever reason, we had to stop in Ensenada on the way out. We left LA, went right to Ensenada, stopped there for like 2 or 3 hours, and then left and kept going south. And I don't know why we had to do that, because we were headed to Cabo and to Mazatlan and Puerto Vallarta, I believe. But for whatever reason, we had to hit Ensenada. I didn't get off the ship. I looked over, and like you're saying, it's a container port. It was not pretty at that time. Maybe they've improved it since. I've never been in the Dominican Republic, but Dominica really doesn't have a lot to offer, says Sharon. Russell Valley, Nassau, Bahamas, the worst. Matt, best cruise port, Singapore. They are the ball. Looking forward to Singapore coming up. Outside of the port, DR was so much litter. Was so bad. So bad. Yeah, that's the thing. These memories never leave us. We never forget, and we remember. These are burned into our brains. These sort of ports of call. We did St. Thomas. We enjoyed it. Jennifer and I did Saint Martin. Very much enjoyed that port. The whole ambiance of the place, we liked it very much. Uh, did San Juan, Puerto Rico. Loved San Juan, Puerto Rico. Really enjoyed San Juan, Puerto Rico. Old Town San Juan. That was a lovely day, a lovely walk. Nowadays, Jen couldn't walk it now. Jen could not walk San Juan now. Too hilly. We would need a motorized scooter, and it would need the fat wheels. I don't even know if we could pull something like that off, but we'd need something like that. Speaking of Singapore, Matt, Jennifer and I are flying out of Calgary September 1 for Singapore. We're going to visit Singapore at least a week. Then we're going to do Bali in Indonesia. Then we're going to pop back to Singapore for a day or two, and then to Sydney, Australia. We're going to do Australia for at least a month, and then to New Zealand for a month, and then back to Sydney, and fly back to Singapore for another couple of nights, and then come back home. And looking forward to the several stops in Singapore routine for sure. Very much looking forward to that. Great side trip from San Juan is the Bacardi Distillery. So much fun. That is going to be down the road. John, Bruce, worst is Miami because we have to get on and we have to get off. You know what I mean? Like, it's the worst. I hear you there. Unfortunately, you're saying goodbye to a fantastic place. But the trick about it, of course, is you get there a couple of nights first before, or stay a few nights after, and extend your stay. My daughter wants to go to Bali in October, says Sylvia. I could see why we've never been. We are looking forward to this. We are, again, looking forward to all of this bucket list trip down under. This is all a bucket list for me, and Jen and I are going to do it, and we are looking forward to it. We are thinking very seriously that New Zealand could well be a combination of a hotel stay for the North Island, maybe rent a car with some hotels, bed and breakfast, and then the South Island will be an RV. We could be doing an RV for a couple of weeks in the South Island. We're still plotting this because that is later this year. Right now, we're focusing right now on the European part of the trip as well. So we have so much coming up and so much to show you, to film and to record and to broadcast, and oh my gosh, so much to do, and we're excited. We really are. We are jacked up about all of this. Thank you guys so much for being here tonight. 70 thumbs ups have just been hit on tonight's show. Can I complain about this? No, cannot complain one little bit. Thank you so much for hitting us up with 70 thumbs ups tonight. Those of you watching on the rerun, thank you as well. If you're getting those thumbs ups on there, we appreciate it. Robert, I'm looking forward to your travel videos. San Juan was terrific. Been there twice. Stephen, Ben and David on their YouTube cruise channel just did the worst port in the Caribbean. I believe they were in Nassau on Royal Caribbean Wonder of the Seas. They just did their worst one. I know that Nassau, they were doing a $250 million proposed renovation, rebuild of the port with all kinds of add-ons, but I don't know how far that's come. I haven't been there. I don't know. Maybe Ben and David giving us an update of whether they started that reno, how it's coming along. I don't know. Sharon, 74 now. 74 thumbs ups, Bruce. You are getting them. They're coming in. Ms. M, good night, Bruce. We'll see you next week. Thank you, Ms. M. Thank you, all of you, for being here tonight to join me and visit with me tonight. Appreciate it so much. We'll see you again next Monday for the big show at 8 o'clock as we get another week closer to the departure from Calgary to the UK and the continental Europe trip. We are really jacked up about this. Please join us next Monday for the big show. And those of you who are members of this channel, as always, you have joined this channel as members. Thank you. Join us next Monday, 7 o'clock, just for you guys, the Hangout show from 7 to 8 o'clock live with us, just sponsors and me. And then 8 o'clock, everybody join us for the big show as always. And we look forward to this. Have a great night, everybody, says Sharon. Thank you, Sharon. for your keeping us posted on our thumbs ups tonight. Pete Hoskins, see you next week. Cheers. Thank you, Pete. Amicus, thank you for the thumbs ups. Those of you, again, who are going to be with us, thanks, Bruce John. We're looking forward to meet and greets in London, Amsterdam, Zurich, Singapore, Sydney, maybe Auckland. Maybe we can do some meet and greets down there too. Wouldn't that be fun? Sandy, good night, Bruce, and all. Great show. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. Have a great week. Stay healthy. Stay safe out there. We'll catch you next Monday night as usual. Take care and bye from Calgary. I'll talk to you soon.